Hello, good morning, my brothers and sisters. Um, this morning, I really want to talk about our nation, Africa. But before I would say nothing about, I wanted to ask question to some two peoples who them spoke about make Africa great. That's Mr. Patrick, Professor Patrick Mulumba, and Mrs. That's Ambassador Arikana. If you both guys hear this or hear this new message, which I'm trying to explore or spoke about, I wish and I want to understand. That is why I wanted to do this video. Just make it shortly. I want to understand that we said we must make Africa great. So, if we wanted to make Africa great, that's meaning why we have to teach the youth the right way, so that when we pass away, the youth can live more better than us. Okay, so in this portion, I really want to know what kind of education are we gonna, teach our youth? Because they are the future career. And we must give them the right education so that at the end, they will not also sit down and talk that the colonialism do that and colonialism do that. No, they will try to live in peace and say that the following ones do the right thing so that they can live more better. As now we see China living. So my question is, what kind of languages, because we have different languages in Africa, and also our strongest languages. So I wanted to ask, are we gonna teach our children, our new generation, that English, or are we gonna teach our new generation our own languages in Africa, so that this our communication and our business together, it will be more easier for them and for us? Or are we still gonna continue learning French, English, Spanish, Portuguese, and right now say China, Mandarin? So are we gonna learning all these languages and stop our own? Or I realize to know that we have to use what we have to develop our nation. I think you would me. Are you with me? I think so. Because if you watch Chinese system since 1935 to now, or 1940, when they get them independent from the Japan peoples, up to today, they use their own language. Even though that man, how they call Mao, which we know now, he teach them their own language for them to use them language to develop them country, them nation. So I wanted to know which subject, which language are we gonna teach our people? Are we gonna teach our people Swahili as it is? Are we going to teach our people Igbo language as it is? Are we going to teach our people Hausa language as it is? Or even though Akan language? We're not supposed to forget when the colonizer people reach in our countries, they meet all this kind of, chiefs or empires, which they are strong over there. Ashanti Empire, they meet there, and we speak Akan. So, and Igbo side too. Go down to the East Africa, Swahili side. You know what I mean? So, are we gonna teach all this type of languages for we to realize to use all those language to communicate in ourselves to develop our nation, or we will still be the same? And I submit that if it will be the same, or we teach our youth the same, our youth they will still follow the same route. Why? Because both you and I are not able to live in our country as we wanted to be. We must have left our countries to come here and be, cheap laborers. For instance, you guys know why? Because you guys get education and do the most best which you can do. That's why now you have this voice to give such explanation to the rest of Africans, so that we can organize ourselves to be one nation and get one voice and get one rule. But I submit, are we still gonna teach such way? Are we still gonna follow colonizing languages? Are we still, or we are going to learn as now is going on over there in Africa? People learn in Mandarin because they want to travel to China land. Are we still going to give such education to our people so that the youths cannot stay in our land? They will run away, come here to come and work for Europeans, and at the same time pay taxes for Europeans, and our old men, they will stand there to beg them sons. Then they're supposed to send their money over there. Or we are going to realize and do the right thing, teach the youth our own system, our own languages, our own culture, for we to take that route to develop our nation? This is my question. Because I'm so tired for this such, life which we rule now. Just imagine, when you go to my country, Ghana, they say, if you go to the internet, you enter internet, you ask, you find where is Ghana? Ask the language which they speak over there, and they will write it for you, English. And when you go to Ghana, our population, the internet will give you, we are 90 million, 29 million, but not like this. Some say we are 35 million. Anyway, so, and among of this quantity, how many of us speak English normally? When you go to market, when you go to a fitting shop, when you go to the beach, all those places. How many people speak English in a roadside as a common language? You can't find it. And even though they speak to you, it's broken English. Even some self, they cannot, speak it loudly. So, I really want to understand. Because my president, he doesn't want to speak his own language as they know. If you go to the parliament, them are all our British peoples, and they are in Ghana. because they say that we are English peoples. So this kind of issue, they say that that 29 million or 35 million people in Ghana, 20% are them who speak English. And our government, president, wanted to, or when he comes out to speak for Ghanaians, he speaks English. And majority of us know. So tell me, what can we do to stop this? What can we do to stop that? It's so terrible. Because we have our own language. For we to develop, we need to develop our language. We need to use our own language to do our things. The future, the youth coming supposed to know. So it's my headache. It's my obligation to ask this question to you, Miss Adikana and Mr. Patrick Mulumba, to let we know, we Africans, we the youth of Africa, the diaspora of African, to know what kind of teach are we going to teach the youth, the new generation coming, to follow the process that when we pass away, they will still continue such process, so that the generation comes, they will not come here to be a beggars, as I being here now. So, this is my question. And I think that mostly the Ghanaians who them listen to this video, they really know that I don't want to act spokes out with this language, because I prefer to spokes out with my own language, which is Akan. But as I ask this question to you, Mr. Patrick Mulumba and Mrs. Adikana, I don't know whether the both sides can understand Akan. I think so, because Patrick Mulumba studied in Ghana, so he can understand Akan. And Mrs. you too, you have a husband, Ghanaian. But it doesn't matter anyway. Speak English or know how to speak English is not a crime. It's a gift, you know. So because not all the people can, know how to learn someone's language. But I submit that we must, and we have to show the roots our own language, to develop our countries, to develop our nation, African nation. Because for a long time, we follow these Europeans up to today. There's no change on it, no change in Africa. We are still the same. Anyone, any bastard, European bastard, can go to Africa and make video, shows the poor party side, the wrong side, to show the world that look how the way the blacks we are. And we cannot stop them. Why? Because we are not equal. We Africans are not together. So we cannot stop all those issues. So as now we get that a unit, and we get this communication, or this free trade area, which is we're gonna practice now. I submit, and I wish that one day we Africans and the new generation can use their own language to do anything which we want to do, to develop our country as how those did. You will have people stop. We Africa will have everything. It's true, we have everything. But we don't know how to use it. or we don't appreciate. Why? Because why we don't appreciate? Why? Because we always demand what white man can do for us. Is it white man? I don't know, because white, they are when you see white, if you watch white, this is a white, and you see them color is not a white, pálido, as a Spanish man say, pálido. They are so it's something which they confuse us. So I wanted to know. That is why I make this short video. Please, thank you for my question, and I wish one day everything will be done if you do the right way. Thank you for that.